But spending time with you and with Lyra has improves his general disposition. He's less hostile. He's still kind of reclusive and doesn't isn't very like outgoing or anything like that. But he becomes significantly more tolerable.
What about the rat tail? Does he cut it off?
That's the important.
No, he keeps it, and in fact, it grows 3 sizes.
He never gets a Padawan moment transforming into a Jedi, where he just chops it off. Signify growth.
It's a deal breaker. It's okay.
No, it goes from just like a little shitty rat tail though to like the full like Edward Elric braid.
Okay.
That's
weird.
Better,
mullet, I guess. Okay, but yeah, still don't want to fuse with him because he's different. That'd be weird. So, still look into the whole time travel soul thing. I don't know where that'll go. Let's see if there's any like downtime waiting for advancing on that. He probably, I don't know, would want to open some sort of like off season, on season like brewery, but like half the time he's in the Feywilds, half the time he's in the material plane. It's called the Dandelion. Yeah. But
well, Simmons certainly has the money to pursue the investment.
Yeah.
Where does Simmons make the shop?
Oh god, that's hard. Probably Rush Valley, if I had to guess, and then either in Lyra's domain or slightly outside of it. Have 2 locations. One he's at half the time, the other he's at half the time.
All right. Give me a Brewer's Tools check.
Oh god, this never goes well. God damn it, Simmons.
You produce like some acceptable alcohol. It's not like amazing, but it's something that because you're only there for half a season, people are kind of intrigued by the
scarcity.
The scarcity. Thank you.
Yeah.
Of it. So whenever you come around, there's always like a big a rush of people that come and want to try it out, and then things kind of decline for a couple of months, and then you move over to the Feywild or back to Rush Valley, and you get another little burst of customers.
Good. Then maybe I get better eventually.
Yeah, definitely. Just like the first year is a little bit slow, but eventually you have like it's brewing. You have good years and bad years depending on the quality of your ingredients and all the other stuff that's going on in your life.
Oh, that makes sense. The first year I had to buy the building, so I didn't get as many good things. Yeah.
It's hard to make beer when you have to make a building first.
Yeah, you had to build that whole building all on your own.
That's kind of a fun image, though. Well, it's still Simmons. The soul thing. How does that go? And is Cricket able to help? And would a wish help?
Yes. Do you commit to using your wish for that?
Simmons.
Have
you had any luck with You still don't want to merge with Nega Simmons, right? You're looking for something different. You want to merge with yourself or improve your own whole self.
Something like that. Yeah, he's okay, but he's not me.
He's his own person. I get it. I understand it. Nobody wants to be somebody else, and nobody wants to make somebody else be them.
Yeah.
I have been holding on to a big spell in case I needed it, in case there was an emergency. And this is probably a year and a half later. It's probably shortly after some other things that you'll hear about eventually. but there is a point where Cricket is very content. I have everything that I think that I need, and I'm still holding on to this, and I don't want it to go to waste. And you were tremendously helpful in helping me get to where I am now, and I think that I owe it to you to help try to get you happy, too. Happy and whole. So, I want to help. I want to do some research, and when the time comes, and when we know how to use it best, I will commit to using the wish spell for whatever it ends up being, whether it's like opening a portal or just doing a ritual. But yes, I'll lock in the Cricket uses wish on this.
Oh god.
Side note, Zach also helps. He does so in the research side. Like, hey, what do you need to wish for?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Just take a little time. Prepare. Cricket, you begin to cast wish. What do you wish for?
That is dependent on the research that we've done. What do I feel like I need to wish for? So ultimately, it is. I wish that Simmons felt like a complete and whole person with an entire soul who was happy. But I would approach that however I think is best magically.
Okay.
Like,
That was good enough.
Okay.
Go.
All right. So you prepare this ritual and cast wish. As you do, I guess. Do you have? Who's all here when you cast that?
I'd assume me.
Yeah, definitely the three of us, but if anybody else wants to be part of it, I'd encourage that.
Do you bring other Simmons?
You want to?
No, because what if it takes him and thinks that I want him because I don't?
For what it's worth, and this is probably silent, I don't know if Cricket would say it out loud, but he's certainly feeling it as he casts the spell. He would like for Nega Simmons to have the same happiness. He does understand that of the two of them, Simmons is the one who made it out a little bit luckier, and Nega Simmons deserves this too. With that said, Nega Simmons wasn't there for this whole journey, and he doesn't owe Nega Simmons the same favors, but he's secretly wishing it too.
Okay.
So I just call him Simmons 2? Or not 2, like the number, like as well.
What about Sneemos?
Snowman?
Snims?
Snommans.
Snoms?
Snummus. Why don't we ask him what he like to be called?
Well, I think he wants to be called Simmons, which is the problem.
Right.
Then
Well,
he can
that's
just
right.
be Simmons as
We'll
well.
call him Simmons, and Simmons will call Simmons Prime.
Okay.
We add a title to Simmons. Do you like the title Prime?
Cricket, give me a spellcasting check.
Oh boy.
Can I help?
Oh man.
Use the Staff of Fate to give you a D4.
Okay.
Oh, you didn't need
27. 33 if magic is a dragon.
Depends on which magic.
All right. You go and you enact this divine wish. Roll your D100.
Oh boy. Alright.
Oh man.
I don't have anything that I need it for. I can lose it. It's fine.
Oh.
You still have it?
Spicy. Yeah, by 1.
And he gets sick for 3 weeks.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
There are two. You cast the spell, and you finish muttering the incantation, and then there are 2 sounds that are of like something soft just hitting the ground, as both Cricket and Simmons both collapse.
Oh.
You've override?
Cricket is still conscious. It just feels sick and nauseated. Simmons is completely unconscious.
Oh no. What happened? Oh god.
If I die, there's a backup.
I call God. Contact other plane. Help! Are they okay? Will they be okay? What can I do to make this better? I
You can't
knew
do anything.
Wish was beyond the scope of mortal man!
I am no mortal man.
Flew
Did it
too
work?
close to the sun. Oh no, he's unconscious.
It did something. That's good.
He just holds both them together very protectively. It probably grows a few more gray hairs. Oh no, he's outside the window. A cat.
A cat meows.
No.
Says the cat from the window.
Better have true polymorph too, Cricket.
Oh, I do. Don't worry. That doesn't go away.
Okay.
Like, I don't need Wish. Fuck Wish. I can
God,
just do whatever I want.
God, wouldn't that be such a twist? Like, it just turns into a
He
cat.
was
Not
the
really.
cat.
This is the community's favorite theory.
Yeah, he's never been happier than he is as a cat.
Yeah, I realized as the words were slipping out that I was like, I hope that he feels like a whole thing and he's happy. And I'm like, oh yeah, yeah, a cat would do that.
The wording was fucking.
But
Yeah, when you said feel, I got very genie wish.
he assured me that, you know, it was good enough.
Good enough could be a lot of things. Good enough is slightly interpretive.
It is. We spent a lot of time researching. Hopefully this is good enough.
Yeah. Well, can guidance stack with the fate?
Oh yeah, I can.
Well, it's too late.
I rolled high enough. Whatever's happening, Cricket has utmost faith that whatever is happening might take some time, but it is good. He believes that he has done something right.
Oh God!
So Simmons, you wake up and you find yourself in a sort of dark but prismatic space that extends infinitely outward. As you sit up, you see Snomus with you. And they also kind of wake up, and across from you, you recognize a familiar, though it has been quite some time, tiefling.
Damn it! If you're here, we're dead. Fuck.
Well, it's good to see you too, my
sorry.
friends.
Hello.
How have you been?
You know, there's some good things, some bad things. Save the world, almost. Well, we did. Yeah. So it's good. How are you?
I'm quite well.
Oh, that's good. I was worried after the whole. Oh wait, I didn't know you died, did I? Was that meta knowledge?
That was kind of... No, we went there. We investigated.
You eventually checked it.
Oh, okay.
Yes, you know, fate is a fickle thing, but we are all part of a grand design. Beauty and comfort in that.
It is pretty.
You two have felt disconnected for some time.
Yeah, kinda.
And if you wish to feel whole and happy, you must grasp it with your own hands.
Okay, what does that mean?
What is a soul worth to you?
Kinda a lot. That's kind of important after dying, right? Like if I don't have a whole thing, like do I just kind of have half a afterlife?
Having died, I think the afterlife is just what you make of it.
Huh. What do you think, buddy?
I don't know, who the hell is this guy?
This was this guy on the train, for the very, very beginning, and he gave us all card readings, and he told me about a forest, and it's been a long time. He eventually died, though. He's like an angel or something? Goddess of knowledge. I think Cricket's trying to tell me. I don't know.
Yes. So, a servant.
Okay.
And now it's time for me to impart a gift to you. But first, you'll have to prove your worth.
Okay.
And you watch his form shifts. And I need you to roll initiative.
What the fuck
Oh,
is that?
shit.
Is that Shadroth?
It doesn't. I'm using Shadowroth's token, but it doesn't
Okay.
actually look like Shadowroth.
Don't fucking scare me like this, Trey.
What you see is his form kind of shifts. He gets onto all fours, and his back kind of cracks, almost in this like werewolf-esque transformation, as he rises up as a brilliant dragon, covered in these like deep amber scales.
Classic.
Wow.
All right, kicking things off. Simmons.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Would I have all of my resources, considering it's been a long time?
Yeah, like you've had rest, so you have all your mana, your lay on hands, all that stuff.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Nauman's fighting with him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, just a second. This.
Fuck yeah.
All right, what does your celestial spirit look like?
Oh man. It looks like Lyra, but shorter. It's like if Palutena ate the mini mushroom. Or does it look like those big lion things, but it's dandy? Should have thought about that.
It's a golden dandy. A golden flower.
I like a white marble dandy.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then he has like a glowing halo and shit. And he's bipedal because he needs to use a weapon. So,
Are you saying he stands up on two legs and picks up the sword?
yeah.
Cool.
Dandy by the two legs picks up the sword.
Oh no, he's sexy now.
I don't have a token for that, so we're just gonna use
It's
this.
just a Johnny, right?
Johnny Reliance.
A white lion wearing gold that stands up on two legs and picks up a sword?
It is kind of just a Johnny.
Oh, damn, it just goes right.
So would you ever just lower your max mana instead of your...
Don't do that.
Yeah, let's fix that. There we go.
All right, summon up this this celestial spirit. Is it the Avenger or the Defender?
You know, it'd be helpful if I'd used this spell before. Probably the Defender, just so I don't have to heal too. Oh yeah, he has a sword, so obviously he's the Defender, because mace translates to sword.
Hell yeah.
It's radiant damage anyway. Be anything. It can be
Excellent.
claws.
Yeah, and then does Elder Champion take an action? It doesn't say anything.
I think it's a bonus, but I'll check.
It says you can assume the form of an ancient force of nature. It doesn't say that it takes an action or a bonus action.
It's an action. Using your action, you undergo a transformation.
Okay. Well, I already used my action, so I'll use my bonus action to activate this one.
Fuck yes.
Ooh.
So that's action and bonus. So that's me. I'll stand here.
All right.
Now your celestial goes.
Yeah.
So I'll have it attack.
All right. So it runs up. It's, imposing lion man.
Okay. Oh shit. What do I roll?
That's just your spell attack modifier, and it gets 2 attacks.
Okay. So is that unskilled? No.
It'd be the same as if you like have any spell attack cantrips.
Yeah.
Okay.
8 plus your proficiency plus your your proficiency plus your charisma. 2d20.
Make something real quick. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're good. Well, your celestial is attacking.
Oof.
24 does hit.
Okay. Cool. And then it does 1d10 plus 3 plus the spell's radiant level. So it's 1d10 plus 8. 8. Yeah. 10 radiant. And then it's going to give other Simmons 10 temporary hit points. Oh, it has to be 10 feet of the target. So it gives it to itself. Never mind.
Okay, cool. And it gets 1 more attack.
Okay. It'll do it again. Yeah, I think that probably hits.
Yeah, I would say so.
16.
Excellent. All right, now Snomus is going to go. They are going to cast a spell, in which a shadowy blade forms in their hand, and they run up to this dragon,
Hell yeah.
screaming. Classic. Good way to wrap things up. Yeah, he makes 4 attacks and then whiffs on all of them. Brings us to the dragon.
I'm gonna test this real quick. See if this works. Didn't do the damage roll.
Celestial.
That's how you spell it, right?
Sure. That's nice.
Celestial.
All right, this thing rears back. I need the Celestial Spirit, Simmons, and Snomus to make Constitution saving throws.
Okay. Does he have the same con as me, or does he have his own stat block?
He has his own stat block.
Okay. Then the Celestial is it's a con of +3, so its con's actually better than mine. So it rolls a 26 though.
Alrighty.
It rolls a 29. No. 31.
Salmons and the Celestial Spirit both save, so you both take half damage. Snomus, unfortunately, does not. He's going to take full damage and is weakened.
Is it a spell-like effect?
It is not. It is a breath weapon, as this thing exhales this. It kind of looks like the Emerald Splash from JoJo's. It's just these shards of like gemstones, only they're all like this amber type shards. They cut into you.
Oof.
The Celestial and Simmons both take 22 points of necrotic damage, and Snomus takes 45.
It's so weird the Celestial only resist radiant.
That brings us back to Simmons.
Okay, action, let's do the paladin form. So now I can just do everything all the time. Let's see. And then
I think I do need a concentration check for the Summon Celestial.
oh, yep, because I took damage.
Yeah, you're good.
Let's see. Can't be concentration. Uh. I'll just do Destructive Wave because I can as a bonus action. And then I'll move up here.
All right, it needs a con save.
Yeah. Okay, he makes it so he's not knocked prone and takes half the damage. It'll be Thunder, and does he seem to be resisting the Radiant?
He does not actually.
Okay, then I'll keep going with Radiant because I feel like he didn't resist Necrotic. So 13. No, is it 14? 13.
13.
Okay, and then the
then
Defender. And he's going to give 10 HP to Snummins and me.
Only the first one hits.
Okay, does he have to hit to do the 10 temp HP?
I believe so.
Okay, then just give it to Snummins.
Yeah, it has to hit first.
Okay. Oh, I can move him. Neat. Okay, so hits with the first, gives 10 HP, and I think that's all I can do.
Excellent. Bring those to Snommans. There you go, buddy. You did it.
He did it. I'm proud of him.
Goes and attacks with the sword. Deals 24 points of psychic damage.
Oh, yeah, he's got Shadow Blade up. Cool.
Then he's gonna run around over to here. That brings it back to the dragon. Actually, oof. Yeah. He loses concentration from the breath weapon, but he just recasts it on the next turn.
Okay.
So he doesn't have a ton of mana to be doing that, but, you know, it's fine.
It's his choice. He is smarter than me. He thought to break the breath weapon, and I didn't. That makes sense.
This now, it's gonna just do some attacks on you.
Bring it.
'26, '23.
Yes, but
You reach for the umbrella, and it's not there.
oh, shit. Okay. Well, I can't do that then.
As you kind of reach for it, you also realize you don't have Executioner with you.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Well then, yeah, the two of those hit.
Is he naked? Is he wearing armor?
Well, that's a good question.
No.
I have unarmored feet though, so.
Yeah.
Means I don't have that. Okay. I'm actually easier to hit for once, I guess.
Alright. So take 23 from the first one. And 13 from the second one. And that brings us to your turn. Oh, actually, before your turn. There's a flash of gemstones. Yeah, let's see. Vanishes and reappears over here.
Bitch. Let's see. Sorry, now I'm like, what do? I don't have any weapons. That means I don't have the flame blade.
You can still smite with your fist.
Can you?
Sure can.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you had to have a weapon for that.
I think it's
Hell
with a
nah.
weapon attack, so just your fist count.
Yep, any
Okay.
melee weapon attack.
Yeah, you can smite with it. You can't cast the smite spells on your fist, though.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
You can divine
Okay.
smite.
Oh god.
You reach out to scratch at this thing, and unfortunately, both swing wide.
That's fine. Here, come over here and hit this. I can't do it.
Yes, my master. Would be my greatest pleasure.
If you could hit.
I'm sorry. Feeling a little woozy.
It's fine.
Don't let him
Stand
talk
over
like that.
there.
Still get that bonus action spell though, right?
Yeah. Let's see. A lot of my stuff isn't single target, though, is the problem.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can't stand here for 10 minutes casting that. So the Celestial has a weapon though, right? Or no, it's a not a real weapon. Okay, I'm gonna angle this a little bit so it doesn't hit my guy, but oh, that's not a paladin spell. Shit, never mind. Just destructive wave all the time.
That'll do. It does resist it, but takes 14 anyways.
is this the thunder and the radiant? Oh, I guess I'm right.
He saved. rather.
Oh, okay.
But he does take half damage. Doesn't seem to resist either of those.
Okay, cool. All right, then I'll move over here so he has more of a straight shot. I think I can do that with a Tabaxi dash because I was over here. Yeah.
All right, Snamus. Run over with the Tabaxi dash and make some swings. Over 18 points of psychic damage.
How does the condition on him work? I don't know what that is.
He has disadvantage on basically anything strength based. But he's using Dex for his attacks, so.
Okay. I don't have Twilight Kiss with me either, right? Just to narrow down spells.
Weirdly, you still seem to be able to access Twilight Kiss.
Huh, okay.
Like, you aren't physically wearing it, but you definitely can sense that you have access to its abilities.
Okay, cool.
This boy is going to use a bonus action and do another teleport over here.
No, just hold still. Quit doing that.
And you see your rear back again, and it exhales breath at the three of you. I need 3 con saves.
Okay. And then they should both have +5, so 25 and 21.
No, the +5 is.
Oh, that's
so
that
he's-
is okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, +5 is baked into. I'm stupid. Duh. Yep. Okay.
Simmons the Celestial once again, just barely saving. Snobus is unfortunately fucks it up again. So you and the Celestial each take 20 points of damage.
I think the Celestial's gone then if he's.
It should still have the 10 temp hit
okay.
points, so it's down pretty low, but it'll be should be at 8 now.
Yeah.
But that is it for its turn. Brings it to you, Siemens.
Okay. How's other Simmons looking?
He's looking pretty hurt at this point. The temp HP helped, but he's starting to look a little winded.
Okay. 5, 10. And I can't get to that guy, so let's see. Here, you're doing good. I'm doing terrible though, God. Okay, that was bad, so
You notice as you do that, a large crack forms across the face of the dragon.
Ooh.
Okay, well that was just my bonus action. If you like that, you should see this. Let's top him off with lay on hands.
All right. Well, he is missing 53 hit points. If you want.
Okay, I'll take 53 off. It's still 47.
The dragon is a manifestation of the rat tail.
A much larger crack forms across this thing's chest, exposing a what appears to be a beating crystalline heart.
Ooh. Well, that looks like you should hit it, definitely. I think this guy has to dash to get over here, and he can't do anything else.
Alrighty. Snamus looks up to you. Thanks.
Yeah.
He's going to take the Shadow Blade and just chucks it at this dragon's heart. And misses.
Do it again. You got a little too high. Aim lower.
Take a bonus action, summon it back, and he's just going to run up and attack this thing.
I appreciate the effort.
He's trying to be dramatic and didn't pay off. For 19 points of damage. This thing's looking pretty hurt. But it is its turn.
Does he teleport behind us again?
It does not. This time, it is going to do... It's just going to throw some attacks out, actually. First one's going to be on the Celestial Spirit. Actually, no. The first one's going to be on Snamus. Second one is going to be on the Spirit.
Rest in peace. Goodbye.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Johnny disappears in a poof of little dandelion seeds.
Aw. It's cute, though.
And then it's going to... And it's going to teleport over here, and it's going to use its last attack on you, Simmons.
Okay. Haha.
Which I think misses.
Yeah, it does.
Alright. That brings us
Hit a 20, even unarmored.
Yeah, that brings us to you.
Okay, let's do it again. Bonus action. And then...
He reappears.
Hi. Welcome back.
Master, I've returned.
Cool, let's keep doing what you're doing.
As you wish. The second one does hit. You punch this thing.
Ooh, that was good for a third.
Yeah, you punch this thing and a burst of radiant energy gets sent through it. More cracks begin to splinter off of it. It looks very wounded.
You got this, get him. Oh, that was meant at Snowman's, but also Celestial, you should probably do your thing too, I guess.
Yes, my master.
And on 2. Well, you're still tired. Okay. The damage would have been nice though.
Swings a great sword out, and as it hits this thing, the sword just kind of poofs into more dandelion puffs before reforming.
You know, I think I cursed you by saying that you were dandy standing up, because now you're missing all the time. I'm sorry, that was my bad.
'Tis my greatest curse. Alright. Snamus.
Go, go, go. Oh, well.
It leaps onto this thing, digs the sword in, and begins to just like pry at the like crack that's exposing this heart, tearing it open even further. And he shouts down to you, just get it!
Okay.
And it's going to be its turn. It does not want that to happen. It vanishes, dropping Snamus to the ground. It says, "You are not ready," and rears back for one final breath at the three of you. Snamus actually succeeds this time, finally.
Yay. And now we both.
Oh. The tables have turned. This poor celestial spirit just gets annihilated by these gemstones.
Oh, goodbye.
Snamus still takes 23 points. It does maintain his Shadow Blade. And that brings us back to you, Simmons.
Okay, go stand over next to Snummins and see how this works. Oh god, that's a really long text bubble. Oh, okay, so it is poison damage, you terrible spell.
God.
It fails.
Okay. For each target. Okay, so he just gets hit by the one. For how many poison damage? 10d6. The tiefling is definitely not gonna be resistant to that, but 36. And bonus action.
All right. So you exhale a spray of poison at this dragon and heal Snamus. This thing begins to crack and crumble. There's this horrible, like, shattering of glass sound as it begins to tear apart, and then suddenly it all stops. And it seems to reform, its whole body kind of melting together. The cracks kind of recovering and healing, but instead they begin to lose their color and pigmentation, ceasing to be this bright, vibrant amber, and they turn into a glassy, almost mirror-like sheen. And as it does, what as you see the two of you in this mirror, and you both step out of this draconic form. And watch as the two of you begin to approach yourselves. Slowly, non-threatening. And they both kind of reach a hand out towards you.
I'll look over at Snommons and just give a little nod, and then I'll go that way. And then reach a hand out. And
You both reach your hands out at yourselves respectively, and you feel your fingers kind of interweave for a moment, and then almost can just sink into one another. And that's when you wake up.
oh,
Back in back in reality, those of you that were there watched Simmons just drop and stay there just completely still for probably nearly 2 or 3 minutes. I do need Simmons. I want you to make a charisma saving throw.
okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm proficient in those.
Yeah, I kind of figured. It was a very slim chance of anything happening, but yeah, you wake up, find yourself sitting surrounded by your friends.
Hi, I had a bad dream.
How did it go? How are you feeling?
Well, Snommons and I were in this big rainbow place, and then Karma was there, and then Karma turned into a dragon, and then we had to fight the dragon. I think I feel pretty good.
Was Snamus with us, and is he still with us? What is?
How long was he gone?
Like 3 minutes? 3-4 minutes?
Yeah,
Not just 3 minutes. Cricket is still putty.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be putty for 2 weeks.
Shh, don't speak. You done did big magic. Is your strength get reduced to 3 or something?
Oh shit. But while I look that up, what is the status with Snamus?
I'm assuming he passed out where he was, if he wasn't here.
Is he still here? Did they like merge?
Reach over and grab his rat tail while he's sleeping.
Just pull him by the rat
Cut it
tail.
off. Oh, it was the magic. The magic did it.
This bald spot where you ripped it.
Snamus does also wake up, though he was not invited, so he wakes up in the Feywild alone.
Oh,
Lyra's there,
Yeah,
probably.
you got Lyra and his satyr girlfriend is there.
oh, he gets a girlfriend.
Well, how come he gets a
Oh, that's
satyr
pretty hot.
girlfriend? Yeah.
He's been hanging out in the Feywild 24/7. They're long distance though, and it's so you've never actually met her. You just
Oh, okay.
hear about her. Just,
Definitely very real.
yeah.
6 days.
Do you feel better? How do you feel? Are you whole?
Do I?
You feel however you want to feel. And there's something comforting about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm good. It's like, you know, when you're awake in the morning and you're not really awake, and then eventually you are.
Right.
It's like that.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
It's good. Thank you.
No,
Go over and
of
hug
course.
you, even though you're a squishy pile of.
Oh yeah, he can't lift his arms.
Irthak moves Cricket to hug him, and he hugs them both together.
Puppet me.
That's weird. Okay.
I should probably check on Snamus. I'm gonna use the wand ascending to. I guess I'll just send directly to him.
Can you visit? That'd be better.
Well, yeah, but this is the quick way, and then I'll go say hi.
Sure thing. Notice anything different about Simmons?
No.
Think physical.
No.
Hey, I'm assuming you had that dream too. Do you feel different? I'm gonna come say hi in a little bit, but I just wanted to do this first.
Yeah, that was a weird dream. Yeah, I don't know. I feel good, I guess.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
Weird.
I like the idea of using weird as a response in sending, just the one word. It's real good. Yeah, he seems to be good too. Cool.
That's good.
Yeah. I want to make sure Cricket gets better, but then I'll go see him. He's not going anywhere. He's got his girlfriend or whatever. I don't think she's real. I think he's lying.
There's no such thing as a female satyr.
I was gonna say, aren't those triads? Wait, no, there totally is. I dated one like 3 years ago.
You forgot.
Does she have a dick?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, very.
You did it without being married?
You did too.
Yeah, we did too.
I know! I didn't say I didn't, I was just asking.
Yeah, once. We didn't do anything that we haven't.
Well, I hope not. What do you mean? You haven't done anything that we haven't.
Well, I mean, never mind. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it later.
That's hurt my head.
Did you guys do vaginal too?
Yeah.
Oh, don't say that word. It's so
Vaginal.
ah! It's a pure word. You can't just say it.
Tech dies.
Don't know. Maybe if I say it backwards 3 times, it'll come back.
How do you say it backwards?
Lanijav.
You summon Javith.
Lanajav. What's the word? Not consummation. What's saving yourself? What's that one called?
Stupid?
Yes, but like I don't remember what it's called.
Oh my god, I'm trying to...
Chastity?
Chastity, yeah, that's the one.
No.
Chastity.
Abstinence.
Abstinence?
Abstinence.
That one. I don't like that one. Things seem to be normal again, I guess.
You seem happier. That's what matters.
Hit that. Can
Yeah.
I tell you something that'll make you feel better?
What?
I don't remember her name, and I can't find it anywhere.
That's kind of funny.
It's kind of sad.
It is a little bit.
I remember Sunny.
Maybe it'd be funny if he was dating the same one.
That would be kind of funny.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it makes sense. She has a type. Now I have to know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
What? What did I say?
Oh no, you just said it funny.
That's just how I say oh my gosh.
So as after this has been dealt with, uh, let's jump over to next person for a little bit.
Yeah.
Thackeray. What does Thackeray get up to for next couple months and years?
So, I think the first thing Zach does is go home. Because he's been home for a year and a half, and things never felt like finished. Never felt at peace, really. There were still things that were threatening. Home life threatening, Ashbrook threatening, Severia? Severia? We're in Severia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Severia. And after they got Daru back and they were tasked with this, he thought that maybe this would be it. This would be the stopper, basically. That would mean going back to a normal life. So he goes home, and his sister throws a massive party, inviting everyone just to celebrate life and their victory and coming back from essentially hell, because it was hell. It's a story that becomes legendary in Ashbrook. How a farmer went to hell, came back with all his friends, went to heaven, and did something for the gods, spoke directly to the gods, and now he's back farming again. I think he takes a lot of time to just be normal, live a simple life. He goes through a lot of therapy because, unlike his friends, it was never the life for him. And it took a toll on him mentally, physically, emotionally. He gets better over time. And he realizes that being a farmer is what he needs and what he wants, but do with his abilities and the things he can do, it would be irresponsible and immoral to squander it, you know? To let it go to waste unused, because he's always believed that evil prospers when good people do nothing. So he starts with the help of Cricket, and he also asks Simmons for help here because Simmons has a very special mindset and is good with people. And Cricket has some disabilities as well. They start the Tumbleweeds Academy for the Differently Abled. Tada for short. Yeah, tada.
We did it.
We did it. And they focus on making spells and, like, what's the word here?
Spells?
Customizing spells to make them more accessible to people with disabilities, like the blind, the deaf, the mute, those without hands, those who are crippled. because he believes that magic should be accessible to everyone who wish they could do it. He doesn't do like any combat magic or anything. He doesn't think that's what he's trying to do. He wants to make life a little better. The school will teach simple folk and those who are differently abled to reach their goals. At some point, I think, during all this, before the school, and with cricket specifically, Thak understands that cricket comes from a life of adventure. It's in his blood, and it's in his bones. His fathers were adventurers. His friends were adventurers. His life is an adventure, and Thak doesn't want to feel like a ball and chain. He doesn't want to hold him in a farm where he's just gonna stay and like be unappreciated. He's a star that shines bright, and that light should shine on others who need him. So Thak asks Cricket if he wants to go around the world, finish off all the adventures he needs, meet all the people he wants to, live his life, and if he still thinks that Thak is worth the love to stay in the farm, then Thak will ask him to marry him. What's Cricket say to that?
Of course. No, listen, oh my god, I was born to adventure, right? I'm made of dragon blood, and I was taught by the best in the business. I grew up surrounded by heroes and legends. But I didn't come over here because I want some marble statue in a hallway or some golden plaque on a painting. I came over here because I need family. I have everything that I need. I don't need adventuring. I got what I wanted. Yes, of course. This is all I need.
You're gonna stay here? You sure?
Yeah.
In this dusty old farm?
Well, okay. This is
And all
like,
these regular folk?
the gods gave us the teleport spell for a reason.
Okay.
I want to see my family from time to time.
Of course. I don't know. You gotta stay here.
It's a big world, and we'll
But this
see
is-
all of it in time. But
We'll make it smaller. Spell.
there's a lot of work and adventures to be had here too. The university, the academy, the city. We have to help make sure that the mobs are treated well. We can work with this. There's plenty of adventures to be had where I don't need to leave your side.
I know. And I appreciate it. Thank you.
You don't have to thank me, but
I feel like I do. So I will thank you. And he makes sure that the Rivertooth Knolls are either integrated or at least independent and comfortable. That they have a way to connect. And they have a massive family reunion. It's ridiculous how big it is. It's like in the hundreds. At some point. And somewhere when the school is all set up, when the lobbying and the peacekeeping is going strong, when people are happy with each other again, and Thak feels fulfilled or just normal again, feels like he deserves to be happy. I think he asked Cricket to pray with him at the temple of Pomir.
Sure, of course.
And he does. And he prays with all his might for a miracle that Cricket become whole again, that he could hear him. He could hear his voice clearly. And he sacrifices his wish spell for it.
So as you begin praying, Thak, there's a surge of magical energy that you feel, Cricket. And it's painful at first. You feel like your ears are about to burst, and then they do. You feel two sharp bones pierce out of your ears as they begin to grow and grow and grow. And then there's this awful moment where you feel all of your muscles in around your face begin to contract as these bones are pushed out of the sides of your head, and they drop. You begin to bleed for a moment before the wounds begin to knit themselves closed. And there's this strange, awkward moment where it's almost like you feel. It feels like being underwater. The sound is muffled and strange. And then it slowly becomes clearer. It's subtle. There isn't a lot of noise initially, but you can just faintly hear the whistling of wind and various other sounds that always eluded you.
Fuck me, out of character, that's the most satisfying thing I've ever imagined.
Hey, Bug, you okay?
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
He holds him tight, and he gets down on both knees, and maybe even lower. I prayed that you could hear this, so I wanted to tell you I love you so much, and I'm really happy that you chose me over anything else out there, and I want you to marry me.
Yes, of course.
Gives him a ring.
Hey, can we go listen to music?
Yeah, I got a banjo.
Fuck yes, let's do it. Language.
It's terrible. They go to a bar or a tavern and they listen to music.
Nice. While you guys are going and listen to music, I can jump over if we have a Daru.
Drew? Oh, Cricket, do you pick up those bones?
Yeah. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet, but I gotta do something.
Sorry, you'll lighten up, Philo, but we can't hear you.
Yep, still lighting up, nothing.
Have you tried restarting?
Still nothing. Are you playing Dead Cells and is Discord being weird about it? Oh.
I think that's a
So-
yes.
Daru dies. We still can't hear you.
I hope not. I gave up a bunch of years for him.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Hi!
Excellent.
Hello.
I was wondering why everything I was saying was being ignored.
Oh no, I hate that.
The word you guys were looking for earlier, by the way, was celibate.
Celibate.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I don't like that word either.
a celibate
shouting
just
it.
will not do anything at any cost, right? They just choose to not be in a relationship.
Well, jumping over to Daru, what does Daru get up to now that he's a rubbit?
He God, I don't have like a whole lot of big stuff like that planned, but I imagine there's some stuff with Cole, that they live a happy-ish life, and Daru does want to get up to some stuff, though. Yeah, I do have a couple things in mind. First off, he wants to just kind of like help out in the community as well, and he's going to start with that by seeking out Bizarre Tale and just like doing whatever he can to help out, like, really write down the history of Rossavir and help out with the museum and such.
Excellent.
And maybe even write like some ballads about the history of Rossavir, and he's probably going to ask for like Cricket's help with that because he's good at writing music but not writing like lyrics. Actually, he's not even really good at writing music, he just plays it. He's talking about Daru, not Cricket.
Can we go to the room for music, actually?
Yeah. So Daru, you spend the next few years just spending some time with Bizarre Tale. Who, speaking of, we'll get to some of his epilogue stuff later, but it kind of works well. As the two of you spend a bunch of time kind of working at the museum, helping to catalog and explore several other ruins and things that kind of crop up and get discovered. You reestablish a handful of archaeological digs.
I like to imagine Daru spends a bit of time in like an Indiana Jones phase, both because he's really interested in the history and preserving it, and it's also helping him conquer his fears.
Yeah.
Daru gets very into whips for a little while.
Hell yeah!
I can help with that.
The next time you see him, he's got a really cool hat.
Yeah, but every time you see him, it's a different hat because he keeps losing it in temples.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that's the thing, is Indy never loses his hat. He always gets it at the last second. Does he? Or am I only thinking
Yeah, he usually grabs
he
it.
does. It's just the joke is that Indy
Yeah.
is no one can be as cool as Indy. So
Can we binge those movies? I haven't seen
Yes,
any of them
please.
except Crystal Skulls.
That's the only one I've seen too.
No.
Very
so-
bad.
well,
Oh, no. Yeah,
spoiler alert, none of them are very good, but they're
That's fair.
very fun.
But
Yeah,
they're all better than Crystal Skulls, and
That's
you
true.
get to see hot Harrison Ford in a role that he actually
Hell
likes.
yeah.
Can we watch some of them tomorrow? Oh wait, never mind. I'm not gonna have a working computer by tomorrow. Shit.
We'll do it for your birthday. It'll be a little belated, but we'll do it for you.
Also, guys, my birthday is tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna be a full man.
28 is full man status.
Yeah.
That's like 18 now.
Okay.
But yeah, Daru, you spend some time and really get to dig into the history and making sure that the future generations kind of know about Rossavir and the lives of the people there. And it just really helps kind of give you some grounding, and you and Bizarre Tale develop a pretty strong friendship with one another.
How strong?
Not that strong. But you have a strong like bromance.
I'm like Snake, and he's my Otacon.
Yeah, it's kind of thinking that I was trying to think of a good like indie reference, but the only real thing would be like if you're indie, then he's short round, and that's not quite right. But yeah, you guys develop a good repertoire there, and the museum becomes quite bustling over the years. and you develop a lot of good connections there.
I imagine I become a bit of an exhibit myself.
A little bit, especially especially since you can kind of like power down periodically. You just kind of every once in a while you'll just kind of power down in some elaborate pose, and people just think there's like a very realistic statue that's been added.
Do that
Uh,
street performer thing where I pretend I'm a robot too.
Yeah, and then every once in a while you'll like leave your power sleep mode and move right as a child is looking at you and freak them out, and so it's a good laugh.
Excellent. Another quick thing that I thought of while we were talking about doing the delves and getting more into the history of Rossavir. I'm sure at one point, or maybe several, Daru does try to like contact Linnea somehow. See what her spirit's up to.
A good deal of her spirit is still kind of with Alana. But
Kind of figured, and that's good.
yeah, you are able to kind of connect with Alana quite a bit, and initially it's a little bit tough for you because I don't think you have any way to teleport, correct?
I don't, but I mean, I could, assuming that switching spells and stuff is a thing. I can switch it out and get it.
Nah, it's not a thing.
Oh.
Anymore. Because as you were kind of doing a lot of the delving in archaeology, not only does Zartail kind of take a bit of an interest with you, but you also end up getting into contact with Thak's old teacher, Master Keenan, who establishes a pretty strong repertoire with you because he goes to you for some historical
Oh my god.
information. And eventually you become sort of crotchety old friends as he gets up in his later years. And he is able to kind of help you teleport periodically to go and talk with Alana and hang out there. It's a little bit weird initially because Alana is a different person. She is not Linnea, and she cannot... it's not like she can swap out or anything.
Right.
But she has some of Linnea's memories and at least understands some of her kind of emotional state and is able to kind of help you kind of contact her for, or stay in touch and kind of just find some closure there, at least for the time being. Yeah. Before we jump back to everybody else.
I had other stuff.
Oh, okay. What's up?
It just to kind of. I mentioned wanting to write like some music and stuff, so I seek Cricket out for that. I did also want to talk to Thak probably about starting up like a soup kitchen in Rush Valley somewhere.
Hell yeah!
And maybe get Simmons involved with that too, if I hear that he's also got a business up there occasionally.
Hell yes.
Yeah. Let's show them how good Rassaviran cooking was.
I love that we all just become landowners.
We could be landowners.
I mean that's the new age, right?
Hell yeah.
We set down our guns and our swords and our sickles and pick up hammers and tools.
And sickles.
Make something new. Well, the sickles, but yes, I picked the hammer and the sickle back up, but I'm using them for different things now, like cutting grass and
Yeah.
I still use a sickle.
I see. It is poignant. It is kind of poignant that both of them can be used as weapons and tools.
That's why they're so good.
All of you are class traders, especially you. Just saying.
I'm a
What's
I'm
a
a
class trader?
I'm a noble.
I've always
So-
been the merchant class area.
I was born with
I'm a
3 silver
farmer. What do
spoons
you
in my
want
mouth.
from me?
So, we will jump back to everybody else and go over more details as things progress. But just because it's a good transitionary point, speaking of landowners and tools and stuff, hammers specifically, Tough. What does Tough get up to?
He would love to do his own traveling competition, like Coliseum type deal. So he would go about trying to find any sponsors or anything like that. How you could go about setting it up. Maybe going to a mage area, looking up mages that could come up with something new and how to make it happen.
Go to the Bard College for this?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably go over to Texiton, the Bardic College that's a little bit more sports heavy. And a bunch of the teachers and several of the students are very interested, and several of the students basically spend their last year working on kind of a thesis project together that is essentially creating this kind of orb. It's about 6 or so inches in diameter, and essentially it is a pop-up coliseum.
Fuck
It
yes.
works kind of like the Darren's Instant Fortress, only it's a Darren's Instant Coliseum.
Love it.
It was made by students, so it has some issues periodically. When you collapse it back into its orb form, you definitely need to make sure that everyone is out of the Coliseum.
Very few deaths.
Yeah, there's few accidents. Don't talk about it anymore. They have some safety features
Yeah.
now, but it's still an unpleasant experience. But they do give it to you very excitedly, and you hold the first kind of Coliseum match kind of at their kind of graduation end of year celebration. And it's a great time.
Hell yeah, I want to go. Top Flamingo.
Heck yeah. Tough will try and stay in touch with everyone else too. And maybe try and sell some of their goods.
Absolutely. I imagine that you probably meet up with Simmons pretty frequently to get some of his various brews.
That works.
Which, alcohol at a Coliseum tends to sell pretty well.
Yep.
But yeah, over the next couple of years afterwards, you take some time and travel across the various lands, running this Coliseum proper. And it isn't until about 5 years later that during one of these competitions, you are participating, and suddenly you realize that Hamara is no longer there.
Oh my goodness.
Huh. I try and get a hold of
Iskar.
Iskar.
Yeah. You go and you try and get a hold of Iskar, and you can't. And after a little searching, all of you meet up and find that Iskar has passed away.
It's from that explosion in the tank, isn't it?
He started this crime fighting
King of
thing with the
Epilogue.
spider bot.
It was. I warned it was smoking and everything.
Yeah, there was
I feel
a
sad.
lot of
Oh no.
there was a lot of shrapnel.
Oh
Um,
no!
there's this moment, Iskar, when you feel that the years that you gave up are finally catching up. But before you finally pass, there's this moment where you're laying there surrounded by Ish and the other gutter horns, and you see another kobold there, a familiar blue-scaled kobold, standing above you. He reaches a hand down to you.
I'm gonna cry. This is not a sad occasion, or this card doesn't believe it is. Anyway, we're about to be reincarnated. We're starting over. Let's go.
You reach up, and as you reach up, you realize that your body isn't reaching up, but you still are. You see a translucent hand reach, and you take his. It's warm and comforting, and it's a sensation you haven't felt in decades, and it's extremely comforting to feel him again. And he pulls you up and hugs you very close, tight, and you feel the two of you slip off towards the ethereal plane, where you are greeted by a large draconic figure who guides the two of you down several winding, kind of windy paths through the between the planes, essentially, weaving through the stars before eventually, sometime later, probably what for the two of you feels like moments and years all at the same time, before eventually you return, finding yourselves back on a plane, nestled close together in two separate eggs.
Perfect.
Different plane.
The rest
What
of you,
kind of egg? Are they like chicken eggs?
they're both reincarnated as the children of the Black Beast of
Oh no.
whatever.
A Bogram Hill.
At Bogram Hill, that was it.
The Black Beast of Bogram Hill. It respawns. Easy.
No, they're both reincarnated as two young kobolds. Quite some time later, up in some distant mountains together.
Perfect.
As that happens, the rest of you are all able to come and say your goodbyes to Iskar. It's a sad moment, but like Biscuit said, for Iskar, it doesn't seem to be. And as Iskar passes, Ish does take up the mantle as the next leader of the Gutterhorns. Ish, as well as the other kobolds that Iskar had saved before, all kind of rejoin and connect for this occasion. All finding a home within the Gutterhorn hold beneath Rush Valley.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Well,
It's
yeah,
beautiful.
you're also crying.
And they eat a mountain of fried pickles.
Covered
Show that
in
it's
salt.
still them. It's salty pickles. It's boiled rice with salt. Well,
But yeah, the Gutterhorns do have a a lovely little memorial plaque, and they built a modest but very lovely statue in Iskar's honor that is at kind of the entrance to the Gutterhorn Hold, which is right outside of the Rickety Cricket. So everyone that goes into the Rickety Cricket has to see this massive statue of Iskar.
Perfect.
Triumphantly standing in kind of like a Captain Morgan-ish pose with boots next to them.
Iskar,
Can
I
I
do need you
have
to
my
roll
foot?
a pickle eating check to see if you beat Hamar, because he made a promise to out-eat you.
Can I have can the statue's foot be standing on something that represents all of society?
Yes.
It's just the words, all of society, chiseled out of stone. Damn it!
Oh, damn.
Damn it!
Yo, it's
Even-
pickles.
Even on Iskar's deathbed, Iskar eats just so many pickles, and some doctors would question if that was maybe the thing that did
We
it.
found the cause of death.
But who's to say, really?
The body was buried. There was a corpse explosion.
It was perfectly preserved from the inside out. It's the craziest thing.
You can literally cast augury and find out. Did he eat too many pickles and die from pickles? Yes or
Augury
no?
does not answer that. It only gives Wheeler one.
Divination would do it.
Speak with dead
I think
Single
that
dead
we
would do
all
it.
know the answer in our hearts.
is yes.
It's yes.
We know it's yes.
Hamar and Iskar eventually do reunite several years later, freshly reincarnated. Their memories mostly faded of their previous life, but the connection is still there, and they're kind of drawn to one another inevitably.
I want to be a boy this time.
And you are. Uh, Jumping back, tough as your kind of caravan continues. Uh, although the Coliseum is quite safe, just in your travels you do pick up a handful of other spirits along the way who find some refuge in your company for a time, and they come and go. But you do find yourself kind of comforted and bringing some peace to these other entities as you learn of other people's stories and their own trials. Some more grand than others, but does kind of give you some comfort as you're traveling when your companions are off running their own businesses. Bjorg does stay with you whenever possible and continues to shower you with some motherly affection whenever she can.
Stuff actually while he's like actually putting together Coliseum and everything, and after going around for a little bit, he actually sits down with Bjorg and tells her that he wouldn't exchange anything in the world for getting the chance to spend more time with her, getting to know her, and loves her very much, but think would be best for her to move on and see the rest of the family and just to where she ought to be. Then I'd be fine. And I look forward to seeing her when I do. Hopefully it's not soon, but
she does just shed a few tears, but she understands, and she's, I'm so proud of you, and nothing will ever change that. I'm sure that you're going to be just fine now. You're strong boy, tough.
Thanks, Mom. I get from you.
Damn straight. She gently kind of cuffs you on the back of the head and then gives you a big hug.
Gives her a big old hug. And kind of doesn't let go for a long time. Then begrudgingly,
Yeah. I'll always be with you. Even if you can't see me all the time. She gives you a kiss on the forehead.
I'll miss you.
When you open your eyes, she's gone, but gently on the, just like a whisper, say, I love you, tough. I'll miss you too.
And then Tough cries like a baby.
No.
Invited to the family wedding and reunion. I'm bringing tux.
Uh,
I didn't want to say it while you guys were talking and ruin the moment, but I like to imagine that she just revealed that Tuff's full name is, in fact, Strong Boy Tough.
Strong boy, tough guy. Actually,
Yeah.
we have very simple names in our tribe, Minotaur's tribe.
drive macho man. I don't know.
yeah, his dad was macho.
We were the Manitors.
Before we jump to any final things, I want to jump back in time a little bit, and I'm going to go over what happens to a handful of NPCs, and also ask if you do a couple of things as a group.
Real quick, does Cricket get it turn?
Oh shit! I totally
It's
forgot.
okay. A lot of his stuff got covered by Thax, so he doesn't have a whole lot else.
Right. Yes, please.
The only other things is he spends a lot of time with family too, and especially with Alana now that he's back. And he was entirely sincere when he said that he didn't need adventuring, but he doesn't always know himself as well as he should. And eventually the itch comes, and he invests a lot of that into the university, and that's where most of his focus goes. Inventing the new spells, trying to find ways to use magic to help people get over impairments and live normal lives. A lot of Unseen Servant. He invents a couple new ones, sort of like Synesthesia. When he gets his hearing back, one of the things... this would be like a decade later, actually. There's a whole weird stint with the Cadenian War where his parents go missing for like 5 years, but they come back eventually. And when they come back, he can hear again, and he wants to pair up with Isdara and see if they want to do music again, because he knows that's something that Isdara always loved and he always hated. And now he can love it again. So he asks if he wants to start a cheesy little band and go traveling like they used to when he was a kid. For a little while.
You go and have some nice jam sessions with Darby.
Hell yeah, we put out a little reunion album. Except there are no albums. It's just a reunion tour. And it's probably only in 1 or 2 cities. But that's good enough.
Fuck it, we're going big.
Do you want to go for a trip?
Hell yeah.
All right, let's
can
do
hear
it.
Oh my
again.
god.
And when we get back, if you want to, you know those Kenra twins at university that nobody will take.
Oh, the orphans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, if you want to.
Zach thinks about this pair, the twins who are studying at their academy. They're there on the scholars because they have potential. One of them is bound to a wheelchair. The other one, it's just a normal feller. And he refuses to get adopted without his sister. And we think, yeah, I'll take both of them. Let's take both of them.
All right, we'll do it. We'll think it over. We'll talk it with, but
We'll ask him what it feels like.
let's do it. So they end up adopting these terrible little Kenner twins, and have
Speaking of terrible little Kenner twins, tangentially with you, Cricket. When you and Dak start up Tada, Junior actually approaches you, and he is willing to help out by constructing some like wheelchairs and various like prosthetics, and he gets very into inventing different mechanical contraptions to assist however he can.
hell
Heck
yes.
yeah, Junior.
We would be honored.
That's amazing.
That sounds amazing. I'm sure that he tries to get a little bit of tie-in with Daybreak. He's got a teleportation circle back and forth up and running within a year, doing everything he can to kind of just grow this
Say
area.
the H word around the kids.
Wait. Oh. Right, of course. I would never curse in front of the students. Wink. But yeah.
Back on this little black tabaxi's just like, fuck!
Yeah, my man. This one's next, right?
That one gets adopted because he's a problem child.
But yeah, that's it. Spending a lot of time with family, especially after Alana eventually becomes war chief back home, setting up the university and strengthening the ties between these two nations now that they no longer have to be at a Cold War.
Yeah. And before all of you split off to go on these adventures, you do have to get together for a few more things. So this is before everybody starts up their businesses, before Iskar and Hamar reunite. First and foremost, what do you guys do about the Primal Tide?
Oh,
We promised.
boy.
We promised to end her suffering at least.
I insist on doing a lot of research first.
Okay, we'll research, but
Yeah. Fuck me. This. I mean, does the research reveal anything useful? Is this gonna cause an apocalypse? Does anybody know anything about this? Or is this
He has
just
no idea.
God. Can we divine it? Oh my goodness.
we did though.
Yeah, and they were basically like, fuck man, we don't know.
This one didn't cause, I think, was the result. Like, this one doesn't have the ability to do it.
Whatever we do, we don't do anything without warning, like, major governments and strong wizards. Like, if this is going to flood the Earth, we want the entire world to be prepared for that.
Yeah. Can I ask Aether what he thinks?
You already did.
already
He was
did.
just like,
Yeah.
fuck man, I don't know.
No, man. He's just like,
It's a moral decision for you guys to make, not me.
What if we don't, and then we can all get therapy to deal with our inability to sleep at night?
No, we're already dealing with that.
that won't help that primal mother. And I think at the very least, She deserves peace.
Hey, does this thing ring up as evil or good to like detect evil and good?
Could we?
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, sorry. Could we possibly like transport her through planar travel to like the water plane or something?
That's a good plan. If shit starts happening, we just banish her. I'm into it.
Unfortunately, detect evil and good doesn't detect evil or good.
Yeah, it just detects like celestials and fiends.
Yeah, it does. It
Is
does
it
not do what
celestial?
it says on the tin.
Or at the
Yeah.
very least, is it not a fiend?
It is not a fiend.
Okay.
Could we ask her if we could send her to the plane of water to be free there?
You could ask. What?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. I think on the day we decide, I'm like, yeah, we have the ability to open a gate to the plane of water. Or like even plane shift, right?
Yeah. We would need you to comply. We'd need you to let the magic work, but you would be free there. You'd be surrounded by your element.
Oh,
Hey, you guys remember when Toklo sent the Tarask to another world?
Yeah,
Ah.
that didn't go poorly.
do you?
Woman roll something? I don't know.
Yeah. Give
Persuasion?
me.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking guidance.
Give me a persuasion check.
Me? Sure.
Oh god, no, not you.
No, not with you.
You want to give me somebody giving me help?
I'll
Okay.
I have a plus. Hell, I'll give you.
Oh, I forgot you are actually good at persuasion now.
I have
Yeah.
a plus 10.
Yeah,
It's
you're
not
pretty
the
good.
best. Like
I'll
Yeah.
Oh my god,
You
that's
you have a guidance and you have a fate, so that's 2d4.
okay. 32.
I like the fucking. It's
Uh-huh.
tense. It's tense.
I will comply with your demands.
Alright, then if she's cool with it, we gate or plane shift her to the water plane. And then I check the fuck in for a couple of years to see what she's doing over there.
You want to send her ascending every now and then?
I want like to go there and see the evidence of
go?
her
Yeah,
actions.
okay.
I want to see what she's actually doing over there.
I got water breathing, so we're fine. But
Yeah. Or at least
Can't
in
protect-
teams, even if I don't go myself.
I think we better go ourselves. Like, we have a way to come back.
All right. So you guys.
Damn it! Another wedding interruption.
Uh,
Hell
she.
no. We're gonna have a big old southern hoedown, and nothing's gonna get in the way of it.
Yeah. You guys go through the temple. You solve the puzzle and whatever. Kill off some of the fish that have been eating her for centuries. And after she is healed up slightly, you cast your gate or her plane shift, I guess, and she gets sent over to the elemental plane of water, where you check in every couple of years or so.
We done fucked up. The Queen of Kraken.
I'm
Is it-
so
is it-
curious.
Is it boring in the plane of water? Is it just water for like
Hell
endless days?
no. There's whole
Yeah.
cities in there. There's bubble worlds. There's traveling tritons.
No, there's nothing. It's just water.
Oh god.
Cedar
Yeah,
Rapids is over there.
There are some things.
Ow.
It's Rapids, right?
But yeah, there are like cities and stuff. But it is essentially just like a plane of water, and there are bubble worlds where various cities and things have been built up. But it is essentially a domain where where it's just like water that goes fathoms and fathoms deep, and there's krakens and leviathans and all sorts of horrendous creatures down there. And she essentially carves out a small portion of that area, or the water plane, to make her domain.
Okay.
Essentially binds several krakens and leviathans to her to do her bidding. And yeah, as best you can tell, she doesn't fuck with you when you come and visit. But she's kind of just the problem with the water plane at this point.
Is she like a problem? Is she terrorizing cities?
Um,
I feel like
She-
if they have Leviathans and Krakens, it's fine already.
she has set up her domain, and she has made it very clear to the surrounding settlements and cities that this is her space.
Okay.
Let her have her space. It's a huge place.
And it hasn't caused them. She isn't like actively going and terrorizing people. However, just by the nature of her existence, the surrounding area does get pretty rough.
Okay.
And one of the cities that is quite close by does have to it does
No.
end up abandoning itself because the Kraken activity gets a little intense.
All right.
There's so many Krakens.
By the time you check in again, they have, for the most part, all abandoned this place. And the damage has kind of been done.
All right.
Oh no!
That could have gone worse.
I would say migrated. So
Yeah, we sent relief efforts without admitting that we're the ones at fault. Okay, I think that went as well as it could have. I think we made the right call. This was a good plan.
we gave our world's problem to another world.
Goddamn right we did.
I'm gonna go pray for my sins now.
Me too. Can I come?
Dear Aether, please punish me. I'm a bad person.
But yeah, you guys, yeah, let's do some quick check-ins with some of the other NPCs and such. Junior, in particular, prior to starting to help out with Tada, does end up working with the Gutter Horns to make a couple of prosthetics, which is where he kind of gets his start there. Because after the second collapse, several of the kobolds did lose a handful of limbs and things, which he was able to assist with.
Oh my gosh. Can I go down there and help with the rocks?
It's like
Start with 2 each.
yeah, there's a couple of people need like prosthetic tail tips and stuff.
It's
but,
a blowtorch now.
But yeah, they he kind of gets his start there and helped out for a bit before helping out with Tada and joining in with that. But he does pretty well. He's fairly successful, and then helps kind of give back to the community. As we already talked about, Bizarre Tale does hit up Daru, and when he's not hanging out with Daru and working with the museum, he does come and talk to all of you individually periodically to get your input on your stories and your exploits, and begins to write a very detailed book detailing the events within Rush Valley and with Drafixilon and all of that, as well as some of your exploits afterwards.
Hell yeah.
All of the afterwards stuff does get redacted for your own safety, because you kind of all realize that maybe the remnants of this Orcus cult shouldn't know who we are and where we are. So he does begrudgingly redact a lot of that information.
We can keep that in the secret vault for you, just so you know it's there. I guess.
Oh, it's quite all right. I've already burnt it all.
Okay, I feel safer.
Uh,
Someone insight check.
uh, eventually, Forrest and Surrey do announce that they are together.
Yes.
They do not. They have not gotten engaged or anything, but they're open about the fact that they're in a relationship together. It's very sweet.
Hell yeah.
They seem quite happy together.
Wait, who?
Forrest and Surrey.
Yes!
They're never having children, though.
What?
It's true.
No, stop it. You
Oh.
can't keep doing this trait.
But, like,
Yeah.
the kobold, remember?
You can't keep getting away with this.
I'm getting away with what? Straight sex?
Not letting the cool straight siblings have children.
Oh, because of Rickon?
Maybe they eventually get over it, but they wait a while because that kobold incident.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In
They're,
my-
they're,
Yeah, they were. That was enough baby for both of them for
yeah, that's
some
fair.
time.
That's a good point.
they get married and consummate, they just try not to have
Yeah, they have protected sex. There's condoms. It's just like goat intestines, but you know,
Did they go to junior for proper, like, safe sex paraphernalia?
absolutely not. Do you think?
Maybe they get modified memory to forget about the kobold so they can.
That's a lot to forget.
Yeah. They modify it to make it less intense.
They might need that
Yeah.
experience.
Cricket can use his last wish to do this.
I wish for a baby brother-in-law. We have so many, though.
Go with the two nephews that I definitely have.
Two nephews?
Wait, cousins.
Oh, yeah.
Who who do I jump to next?
What happens to Master Keenan? Is he okay?
He's
Good
he's
back.
okay. He's okay for a while. He kind of hangs out with Daru, and also just goes about his studies some further. Hangs out with your cloud giant friend quite a bit.
How does he go? How's he doing?
They develop a bit of a friendship, and it's about it. They don't get up to anything too crazy as Keenan gets up in his ears. He does. Keenan definitely does develop wizard madness a little bit, which is a common occurrence for wizards. As they get more and more powerful, they become a little bit uninhibited.
Oh, no.
And he does. After a few incidents with a polymorph spell, does just turn himself into a rat because it's fun
Hell yeah.
for him. And just kind of hangs out, spends the rest of his life as a rat.
He just turns himself into a rat because it's fun.
My man.
He was Peanut all along. What you're saying is, the rat is actually his true form,
What a legend.
and he was Peanut all along.
He just ran off one day. I left out the best cheese I could find. And he just never came back.
Wait, he didn't die? He left?
I mean, he's probably dead now if he's just a rat running around out there. That's like I don't know.
He's a scary, powerful wizard rat. I don't know where he's going. We better find him. At least make sure there's a body.
Eventually, Frax does continue to help out on your farm, Thak, with the weeds. Eventually, some of his creations do get a little out of hand, and he does have to kind of part from the family for a little bit and go off into the woods to kind of old yeller a couple of them when they become a little bit too much to handle.
Oh no!
But yeah, aside from a few unfortunate incidents with plants becoming sentient and trying to defy their master, he's a helpful asset to the farm, and several of your brothers and sisters do come to love him quite affectionately, and he
Uncle Fraz.
yeah, he does become a bit more grounded as a result of having the company of some like children who don't scream in terror at his face.
Do we add him as a weeds? Is it Fraz weeds?
Kind of unofficially.
Hell yeah. That's what we do.
Your parents are both very accepting of others, but Frax is even pushing it for them at times.
A beholder. Yeah, I feel like a druid beholder.
Yeah, he does have his own little like druid hut that gets constructed. It's essentially just the old shed out back that you don't use anymore because a new one got built. That is much closer and nicer. And he's basically just like overgrown it with plants and turned it into this little druid's hovel, where he just hangs out, mostly in the form of a monkey, because it makes first of all gardening a little bit easier, but also it scares less of the kids.
We have a groundskeeper who's our Uncle Fraz. Eat your heart out, Strixhaven.
Yeah. All the kids are told pretty explicitly to make sure that you don't go out
never ever go out. This is
never
not
under any
this is not me like putting it like this is not a cute thing. This is like you'll die. Like you'll actually die.
Yeah, just like don't go out at night. Don't go out alone. Uncle Frax is very nice, but just
Never
in case.
talk to the monkeys.
Yeah.
Sometimes
you see a monkey, you say hi and you leave.
When he has vivid dreams, sometimes he creates toothy maw abominations that seek to devour everything within sight.
Oh God!
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Don't think it's a test of your ability to meet him. He will turn your magic off, and he will be mad.
This is a test in the evolutionary sense, where if you go out there, your bloodline ends and you die and you fail the test.
Let's be quite clear here. This is for the differently abled. We don't want you to be even less abled after you.
There is a spell for this, right? You can dream him every night and then make sure he does a nightmare.
Yeah, possibly.
Probably if he sleeps. I don't even know.
Oh, they do. Beholders.
Good. Okay, good.
There's a whole thing with beholders in sleep.
Do they sleep one eye at a time?
Maybe. Like hydras keep one head open, one head awake.
Beholders are born through other beholders dreaming about their enemies.
Let's make sure he dreams happy.
Yeah.
Speaking of dreaming happily, Maple, unfortunately, after several more years of dedicated service, does pass peacefully, but leaves a very wordy note about how much debt you all owe to her. And Sequoia does pass it on as he takes over as the druid of the island.
Sure. We'll
I read the note, and then I start crying as I go around purchasing as much dirty magazines as I can. And I'm like, it's not for me, I promise. I'm just gonna take it to the grave. Don't judge me. What's begging?
I'm judging you. I know you look at them all before you give them.
One pressed to masturbation, please.
Pressed ejaculation.
I'll take this one too. The Mage's Hand. It's a classic.
This is just a calendar with pretty guys on.
I'll take this one out. The Finger of Death.
Oh, kinky.
I don't know if I like that one.
It's on her list. We gotta get it.
Oh. A wizard staff has a knob on the end by Sleeve McDykel.
You don't want no druid ghosts. You gotta do.
No, you don't. Oh my goodness, druid goes to the worst.
Shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
She'll lay thee.
Shillelagh.
She'll lay thee.
Oh, that one was
Compilation
going
of
about it
hardcore
specific.
sex. That's really
Oh,
simple.
and right, Backdoor Sluts 9.
What?
Can't not get that one.
Oh, here's one. Water power.
Water power.
Interspecies
that?
tortoise, but not the weird kind.
Classic.
Wow.
Maplehead's showing taste in
Stop reading the
reading
books.
material.
You gotta put it on her grave.
But yeah, you can leave a lovely offering for her.
Yeah. What happens to Duke? Do I ever get to train him enough that he doesn't cause trouble for people?
Yes, you do. It takes quite some time, and he does have to be kept in a bit of a penned off area, just in case. But you do develop at least some kind of a familial relationship with Duke.
Can I ship Duke with the Black Beast of Alper?
Bogram Hill.
Or Bogram Hills, yeah.
I don't know if you can shift.
I don't think. I mean, you can. You can
Is
do
that-
whatever the fuck you want.
Is that problematic, though?
It's in what way?
I don't know, I'm
Please
just
don't
fucking
breed them together. The children will be horrified.
They're both terrible monsters, and I think they deserve each other. It's cute.
Duke is not a terrible monster. He just has trouble. Duke's a good boy. He's just a little too big, you know?
No, you've raised him up great. He's actually very wonderful now. He's very pleasant.
Duke just noms Thack's entire head very lovingly. Thack's like, yeah. Sounds like he's inside. That's just how he says, I love you. Also, don't do that.
It.
But yeah, is there anything else that you guys wanted to do before?
Oh, there was something. What the fuck was it? I'm sure I'll remember it later. Oh, right. The fuck happens with Thordak and Shadroth? Anything?
Yeah, that dragon feller.
Thordak does actually come and pay their respects with Iskar. And Thordak actually does is the dragon that leads Iskar and Hamar through the
Oh, it's beautiful.
God, why can't I remember the name of this plane?
The Astral Plane.
Astral plane, thank you.
Oh, astral, yeah.
Through the astral plane to their afterlife and the eggs of their reincarnation.
Boy, I don't really know what happened there, but I guess it's turned out okay.
You could use your wish to know.
I could. But at this point, I think he saves it for emergencies.
I mean, what kind of emergencies you gonna need?
I don't know.
Also, it's 60% chance, 66% chance.
True. I don't know. Shit gets real weird in about a decade. He's probably going to want to have it. And he doesn't know that now, but he would also not just burn it for no reason.
Wouldn't he, though?
Thack is completely wish free, so
Yeah.
it's worth it. It's worth everything. It's a prayer, and the gods answered it. I think I had 3 strikes for a week.
Cricket was very glad to use it to make sure that everybody got a happy ending, but now he fears that if he was to use it on something silly, somebody important would die the next day.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have it. Granted, he's got a thing for that, but... That is also going to go unused, thankfully.
Oh, that's what you meant by he's got to think for that.
He's got two. He has wish, but he also. I mean, campaign's over. I can just spill it. He's got a plan. If somebody were to kick the bucket a little prematurely, he's got a thing for that.
Well,
he's got Swan Song specifically has given him a one-time use thing that hopefully he'll never have to use.
I mean, you probably won't at this point. So.
Yeah.
yeah,
now that Cricket,
you better save it for when someone you really like kicks the bucket.
Now that
That's what
Cricket,
for.
yeah, but now that Cricket ain't deaf, he can now hear Thack snoring, and it is monstrous.
Oh, you know what? Actually,
it's a terrible
about
curse.
3 months in, he really thinks about using Wish to fix that snoring.
Just like snoring.
Yeah. Dear gods of magic, I don't know if you know what sleep apnea is, but I don't know how much more of this I can take.
Cricket gently puts like plugs in Thack's nose.
I'm not actually doing it, but I'm going to roll it because it's funny. Okay, it would have been fine.
Dear God, please fix my no husband.
Please fix my wonderful man.
Broken nose or whatever that happens.
I don't know what curse you've put upon him that he makes the noises that he makes.
It's probably the 6 charisma. Like
right off where his big dick.
Probably.
We can't all be perfect, Cricket.
It's okay. The earplug, like, bees make wax for a reason. I'll be fine.
I'm pretty sure it's not for putting in your ears.
It is for putting in your ears. It works great.
It's for making beehives.
Oh, I mean, it's multi-purpose. Everybody knows that bees use it to go to sleep because there's so much buzzing going on. They just they poop out a little wax and stick it in their ears.
I don't think that's where the wax comes from.
It is, though, scientifically speaking.
They do not poop it out.
You've awakened Biscuit,
Listen,
the beekeeper.
What do you know about bees?
Everything.
No, I don't know none of bees. Yeah, they poop it out.
I'm very confident that they poop it out.
That's a 19 you rolled.
100% wrong.
You know how
don't
bees
need Simmons?
Where the wax comes out, and it sort of, by the way the bee moves, it sort of collects under the plates of their thorax.
Like where their butt would be?
That's where they get it from. No, higher up.
Okay.
Not from the
Sounds so
butt.
offended.
I just know that the honey makes good
alcohol.
Oh yeah, can we buy?
I remembered a really big one that we're overlooking, and it's a little weird, but I'm going to do it anyway because we invested like 30,000 gold into this. Do we go dig up Toza's bones and revive Toza?
Yeah, what's that?
Like we set aside money.
That was the thing. The cauldron.
Yeah, we got a cauldron for this. I feel like we should do it just so that we can say that we did it.
Sure.
All right. I'm happy to have Toza back, and I hope that it is a pleasant reunion.
Yeah. It's not as pleasant as being reunited with your table, though.
Oh my god, my table! Oh, thank God.
Oh, it's so dusty.
This cost less than 1% of that cauldron. But not less than 0.1%. It was a very expensive table.
What is it? It's got a map on it?
Oh yeah, it's got a beautiful map of the continent. It's kind of like 3D, like that. You know the big war table in the Dragon Island in Game of Thrones? I'm bad at names. You know.
Yeah. The Dragon
big table.
It's very 3D. It's great.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, I thought of something. My dad's better now, right?
Oh yeah.
I think you said that happened between the main campaign and our secondary part. But I need to know why the fuck he murdered Norin just because? Was that just a, hi, I want to kill your ex-boyfriend for you as a gift? Like,
yeah, do you want to solve that?
Why would he do that?
Oh, right. Well, I had been aware for some time that you had been uh, under some distress
Yeah.
at the hands of this individual. Um, and after I got infected with that thing, uh, I got very angry. And that's what happened as a result.
Okay. I figured it was something like that, but I just wanted to make sure you weren't like psychotic.
Yes, I'm sorry, I don't have a better excuse or explanation. I feel terrible about it, but only slightly terrible because, well, you're my son. And,
Yeah, it was only slightly terrible. It's okay.
fuck that guy. Oh.
Fuck that guy.
You hear
Amen.
executioner, fuck that guy.
What do you do
Oh,
with
yeah.
execution?
That's a good point too. What do I do with this gross man?
Nox will probably pay you for it.
Master, if I have offended you in some way, I can
I just
stop.
don't know how to satisfy you, man. I've killed so many dead things.
Let's just go back to the abyss.
Oh, I didn't like it there though.
How could you not? It was delicious.
Yeah.
Is
Maybe
it not your holy mission to smite evil from this world? It was a plane of pure evil. We could go on there and just kill everything.
Good lord.
Yeah, but I'm already level 20, so I don't get anything for it. It's like when you get to max anything. Like, what's the point?
But that's where the game, that's where it begins. That's where it starts.
Well, yeah, it started, and then
no,
I did everything cool.
You are absolutely correct. There's nothing left for you at this point. You should give me to a weak-willed peasant.
But a strong one, with access to lots of money and violence.
Oh, okay. I could give it to one of Cricket's kids.
Nope.
They'd like that, right?
Nope, veto.
Yeah.
Nope.
No?
Why don't you give it to Nox?
What do you got there? Executioner! No!
Well, the little black tabaxi thinks he can handle it.
I'm sure that he does.
Let me have it!
Nope.
This is my new friend. He tells me to kill.
I know violence!
Can we not call him that, by the way?
What, executioner?
No, can we not call him the little black tabaxi?
I think that's
yeah.
probably... Okay, alright, okay.
Give him a name.
It's only
The
weird we haven't come up with
Gilly.
a name yet.
Salem.
No, not Gilly. Oh, Salem's cute. He'd be named after an old guy that I knew once.
Who named him?
You don't
he
have to
gave
name
me the
him.
name right.
Oh my god, can
It's
we
just
name
your
him
tabaxi
Can we
child.
name him Pluto?
Sure.
Yeah, Pluto.
There you go.
The name's Pluto.
Yeah, like,
I
Hey,
can give
wait.
it to...
Also, we didn't make this child. He was adopted. What's his name?
Pluto.
Okay,
Pluto.
cool. That's cute. I like that.
He has a Twitch, but that's fine. Pluto's beautiful.
So, yeah, do you give executioner away?
Yeah.
Do you keep him?
Oh,
how many subscribers does he have? He said he had a Twitch. I'm sorry.
I hate that. No, I probably should keep him because he's crazy.
Simmons, I will die if you continue to meander back and forth between the Feywild and don't allow me to feed.
Well, I'm kind of getting bored doing that all the time, so like, let's do like spring in the Feywild, fall on the material plane, and then for half the year I just go do something else. But would that be okay if I kill things half the year?
Oh, I suppose.
Okay.
Can you at least spend some time with your alcoholic binging business to make some kind of an alcohol that perhaps kills the undead?
Like holy mead?
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
And perhaps we could just pour it all over a graveyard somewhere.
That sounds kind of cool, yeah. So we can do that. Okay, we can do that sometimes, but not all the time because that's a lot of waste. Listen, we're both making sacrifices here. I'm dealing with a sentient weapon who I could just throw into a lake and leave there forever and never have to deal with it
Or
again.
sell to the guild.
Or sell to the guild.
Do you think octopi are weak-willed?
Oh my god.
What?
I love that idea, though, of an octopus with this fucking sword.
Fuck yeah, it's great.
Ugh.
I
The
believe
ocean's
there's
not
this-
sounding so bad.
Yeah, maybe I should just sell you to the guild after a while.
Do not throw this thing in the ocean.
Yeah, I shouldn't do that. But, like, what else do I do with it?
That sell it to the guild.
Okay. We'll probably do that after a few years of pouring alcoholic meat, holy meat on things.
Perfect. We did
It
it.
belongs in a museum.
That's torture. I know that this thing is crazy, but technically it just wants
It's
to kill
sentient,
evil.
man.
It's sentient and it wants to kill
That's
evil.
true.
I know. I just wanted to say that once.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's fair. You've been saying it a lot, actually. Like, is it your
Have I?
is it your thing now?
I don't know. My memory gets crazy sometimes.
You belong in a museum.
Do I?
Yeah.
I'm not that old.
No, you are.
Okay, I guess I am that old. I'm older than the museum. I guess most things in a museum are older than the museum.
Almost by definition.
Unless it's like a museum of modern art.
Ugh, who would make such a thing?
A genius, that's who. Do you know how much money those guys make? You go to work and you can have free champagne and like finger snacks and network with like rich people. Oh yeah.
Hey, Thack.
Yeah?
I know you and Cricket got engaged and stuff. I just wanted to say, you two make each other happy, okay?
Do
I
our
mean,
best.
yeah.
He gives him a big hug.
And also, if I'm not like one of the best men at the wedding, I don't know what you're.
You're definitely
You're
one of the
gonna be
best, man.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But also, I wish there was something I could have done to make you happy too. But nothing I could think about was gonna work out for both of us.
Yeah, it's okay. Some things are meant to be and some things aren't. So
I do hope that you find someone that makes you happy too. Deserve it.
thank you. That's another reason I'm jumping around so much. I'm hoping I can find somebody at some point. Maybe.
You want me to
Maybe
talk
I'm
around to my
jumping around too
cousins?
much. You could. There are like a million of them.
One of them might be someone. Whatever happened with he makes a frowny face. That feller you sent the pics to.
Oh, I don't think he ever responded to me because God never said he did. So
Great.
He is also like an actual demon, so
I know.
yeah, he probably just wanted me for my holiness.
You are
Okay, so
way better than
Just
that.
wanted your body. We've all been there.
You wanna
Take
go?
it.
It's a nice body.
You have a wonderful body, Master. Please,
Yep, no, I'm getting rid of this guy.
please don't. You're perfect for me.
What about tough?
You want?
No,
Don't
I'm
give
not
him
marrying
stuff.
a sword. That's dumb. You're going in the vault now. I don't like you anymore.
Oh,
Let's
I'm
give
so
him
s-
to someone.
I apologize for my insensitivity.
You're
Your
just
buzz
horny
is-
and you're reacting because you're horny. It's fine.
And perhaps we can go and speak with this man who has slighted you and take his head.
Is it just undead? Also fiends with this guy.
Oh, I'll take anything at this point. It's been years.
It's
Oh my gosh.
okay, because it has actually been years now.
It's probably, yeah, it's only been probably a few months since Simmons last killed something that was undead that happened to roam into the town by accident, but
Let's check the board and see if there's any like, I don't know, skeleton roving around. And
But yes.
Simmons, you want to go on tour with me and my dad?
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Pick up tons of chicks.
Okay.
We can't have them, so they're all yours.
Oh, that's true.
Does this not sound like the coolest thing ever?
We get
Kevin-
3 times as many, and then I get a pick because I'm the only one who can have anything. Yeah. Get that kick. Take this guy to the vault, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Does your father's son jam band need a... Oh, fuck, what's my...
Clavicemballum.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Clavicembalist?
We can
Wait,
Is
they
that-
named him-
we can probably work that in there somewhere. I don't know. You know.
I think he'd like the.
I mean,
You're good at... What's your performance? You're actually good at this thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah, get the fuck in here. We'll do a weird experimental album.
wait, what instruments do I have? Do we
I was
need
gonna
to
say,
learn
you play
another one?
something too, right? You play the ocarina.
Yeah, but I could learn something else. Like I'm bored.
No,
Can I
man,
be
people- chicks,
manager?
chicks go wild for flautists. Flautists.
Eh.
Flautist. Can I be the
Especially in
manager
Ocarina.
Yes, of course.
and just the guy behind the counter making sure no one does my man, and
You ain't gotta worry about that, but
I don't-
you're always welcome to monitor.
but they're staring. But also, Tough can be like a bouncer.
Hell yeah. Also, I still ship Simmons and Tough. Is that weird
Yeah,
to say
oh.
out loud in front of both of you?
Do you want to go on a date together in our account? Is that
like on your account, like for you guys.
I
But like,
Just to see what happens, even...
see what happens?
really appreciate the lack of subtlety here. You're not even like trying to parent trap them at this point. You're just like, hey, you should take
Yeah, like, hey, you two.
I cannot lie. I don't know what to tell you. It's just
You know,
like here.
they always say that you find the best romantic interest as friends first. Right? People do say that.
Yeah, I think people say
Coliseum
that.
is fun.
Yeah, hey
You have
Tough.
fun at the Coliseum. I don't know.
Yeah, you go there sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Kick
I
like
could
some
try
butt.
sometime.
Oh,
Yeah.
Drew also definitely fights in that too.
Oh heck yeah!
He
I
calls
sell hot
himself the
dogs.
Iron Dragon.
Ooh, that's good. Does our ending scene have us getting on a train together?
I'm never getting on a train again.
We have to get it to.
But how else are we gonna do the tour? Are we gonna walk?
We usually take the airship or teleport.
Oh,
Ooh.
I forgot about
Hell
that.
yeah, I mean, you know what else
Yes.
helps you pick up chicks? My dad's
Airship.
awesome airship.
Yes, I agree. We should.
It's an execution.
Actually, depending on when this happens, if this is like a decade later, my dads are now like younger than I am because they reincarnate at some point. I don't know. Some weird shit happens in like a decade.
Huh.
I don't know. Shit gets wild.
And it's weird if I fuck your dad's, right?
Yes. Yeah. What?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like that's between you and them. I think that
Well,
that is
you just said that they're younger again, so like it's not weird.
they're
But it
still
is.
my parents, so it's weird.
Okay, fine.
If you do it, just don't tell us. Like, it's not-
Okay.
I don't want to hear what you do with them.
Yeah, so let's go on that tour. And I won't be horny at your dad because that's weird.
All right, you go on this wonderful tour, and well, you try to not be horny at their dads. They probably get horny with you a little bit.
wow. They're young again. The hormones. It's crazy.
Yeah. However, partway during the tour, you do get approached by Valonqar.
Oh.
Oh. Do you still have Executioner?
He's probably in the luggage somewhere.
the luggage.
I have so many mixed feelings about the way that we treat Executioner.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
He's a good weapon. He's not that bad. He's just horny all the time.
Maybe we'll donate him to another paladin who's off to do something good. Maybe?
I was gonna say, I know for sure that this guy would be happy with the guild. Like, they're killing undead all the time.
That's true. Yeah,
put him
he'd
on
probably
loan.
like that.
Master,
putting
let
him
us
in the good-
smite this man who has slighted you.
Actually, like, if there's actual undead like there are in Indiana Jones movies all the time in the temples and stuff that Daru goes on his archaeology digs on, I might take him.
We can
It's
just
like
pass
he's-
him around.
Yeah, he's,
Yeah.
he's not going to try to eat me anymore. I'm a robot.
Yeah, you
That's
can
fair.
you can take him on a field trip.
Yeah.
He does still,
Simmons is like,
he,
my sword's getting horny. Here, Daru.
he does still vehemently hate you, Daru.
Why?
Oh, that's fine.
Because Daru is a reincarnated entity.
He's like, I don't know what you are, but I hate you. You're undead adjacent.
He's a robot.
Right.
He can't do anything about it.
So we
But
shall
also,
see.
What does Valankar say? Let's see what he has to say first.
Yeah, he kind of approaches you after one of the shows and says, "It was a good show. I don't know if you wanted to see me at all. Probably not. But I haven't heard from you in a while, and I thought it would be you know what? I don't know why I'm here. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to go. And he kind of turns and starts to walk away.
I mean, I did send you those messages a while back and never heard from you, so.
Yes, I got them, and unfortunately, I don't have any way to contact you. The only way that I could speak with you is from the sending when you did it, and sent me those rather racy photographs, and then I never heard a word from you.
Well, I figured a man of your means would have a way to send a message.
You would certainly think that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't. I only dabble in the mental manipulation of you lesser beings. Contacting you for
flag.
intimate reasons is a little beyond my caliber.
Thanks for coming, but I'm good.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I respect myself more than that, so.
Well, that's...
Yeah.
All right.
I don't need no man, I'm good.
Hell yeah.
We'll find
Although that
See,
doesn't
give-
mean that I won't find one
God.
on the rest of this trip, so.
Goddamn
Give
right.
me a... What do you roll for a rejection?
Intimidate?
Sure.
Hell
It
yeah.
depends. It depends on like your intent. If you're trying to break it off,
Yeah, give
Like,
me an
gently-
intimidation check.
No. I should have advantage, though.
Yeah, you can have advantage for that one.
Does me and Doug in the background just both saying red flag?
red flag.
Oh,
He's used to this sort of thing.
he's into it.
He comes back later, like, okay, that was kind of hot. Can you do it again?
All right. I understand. And although you are not currently looking for a relationship at this juncture, and I've fallen on my ass, if I'm being perfectly honest. I had a I had a business and empire, and then a little shitty bird with a knife took it all from me. I
What?
was exiled to that godforsaken oasis where I was beginning to establish myself again, and I shit went fallow again, and I am realizing that the reason that my life is been falling apart is because I surround myself with shitty people. Which, I'm a devil and I get it. It's my thing. I'm kind of obligated to. However, seeing the success that all of you have had, I was wondering if I could perhaps surround myself with you and your people, because surrounding yourself with good people means that you will be a better person as a result. And perhaps then my life would be less of a clusterfuck.
Aw, I love him.
From across the room, this RV, Valentcar, is that you? And Valentcar can be like, you're the one who asks people if they scream.
You haven't aged in 40 years.
Got younger!
It's unsettling. But the point is that although you may not want a intimate relationship, although I am quite good at that, perhaps we could just get coffee and perhaps go and kill something like, I don't know, an angel or something. Or if you're not feeling that, like some undead sometime.
We'll think about it. I'll get in contact with you now that I know that you can't contact me.
All right. Thank you again for the pictures.
No problem. Thank you for trying, I guess. I mean, you're on your way to being better, just trying. So.
Yes. Anyways, go and cast plane shift.
God, he's such a nerd.
Boy, that was such a roller coaster of awkwardness.
What a character development from Valentcar. Wow. I only now connected the dots.
Is that if that is the same dude, then fuck that guy.
That's the dude, right?
From what?
The guy who owns the brothel.
Peeping through the walls. No, that was a fat Tabaxian. We killed that fucker.
No. Yeah. Technically that guy worked for Valentcar.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
That was their connection.
Okay.
Because Valentcar was previously one of the merchant lords of
gotcha. That makes sense.
Of Algeron in Amir. And then later, after you guys bought Wraith and Wrath from Cleaver went to Algeron and ousted Valentcar, and then he fled to Siberia, where he established himself in the Oasis and was essentially trying to recreate a Algeron-esque situation.
That didn't go very well, did it? Or is it okay?
Seems, according to him currently, it doesn't seem to have gone his way.
I gotta know more about Cleaver. I could just watch Cleaver for a couple of months, honestly. I don't know nearly enough about this fucker.
We can later, because no one else knows Cleaver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could fill you in later.
Yeah. Can you give us what happened to Cleaver? We forgot to ask in C1.
Yeah, I'll fill you in after this.
Well, we just learned what happened post C1.
Yeah,
now we need C2, but we'll get that later.
So, Sims, what do you think? He gave red flags, but also he's doing better. I don't know if that's just a manipulative thing.
No, let me step in here. Don't date that devil. No. Don't even consider it. It might be cool to have him surrounded by good people, but no, he's undateable.
Yeah,
we can be friends, but I don't think I'll date him.
Don't date him, but you know what the butt wants.
Oh, boy.
Where did you learn this
Okay.
language, young man?
I'm married to you.
Okay.
Certain
We'll
effects
see.
rub off. Yeah, you know, you don't need to have, as I've learned, a what would you call it? The relationship can be purely transactional in terms of like.
Oh, wow, you changed him a lot recently.
I take no credit for this one.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, okay, I'll take some credit for it. Things
There
can
were
mean
a
different
lot.
things.
There were a lot of late night talks when you're like, I can't sleep because you snore, and I'm like, I'm sorry, let's talk about sex, and then they're like, why don't we just have sex? And I'm like, okay, we can do the sex, and then we do sex, and then we talk about it, and I learn a lot, and I don't know, it might be a Pavlovian response,
Hey,
but
what about that guy over there? He's been eyeballing you all day.
yeah, that's a real.
Was that directed at me or Thak?
That you, Simmons.
Oh,
You.
maybe.
Lots of people looking at you.
Think about it.
That Goliath lady looking tough.
Oh, that's kind of hot.
Them dwarves looking up Daru.
I think they actually want to disassemble him and send him back to be smelted down into weapons.
No.
Maybe he's into that.
Is that racist?
Dwarves-
That's probably a little racist, actually.
Dwarves notoriously have a thing for metal.
Can't tell if they're women, remember, but they have an eye on Daru.
We
Licking
delved too
the-
deep.
What? We did too deep?
That's what I say in the bedroom.
We dug too deep! The battle in the Duristan Mill.
Oh, no.
There is some Baylor or Balrog under here somewhere. We dug too deep and too greedily. Do Tough and Simmons try one date? I want to see what happens. Is it
I
cute?
mean, okay.
Is it super awkward?
Stuff would be down.
Where do
Okay,
you
yeah.
guys go? Where do you guys go? Who plans it, actually?
I could check out
When
if
they
it's
go-
if it's safe to like check out the Feywilds a little bit more.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
That's
you want
exciting.
to go wild?
It's a little
Okay,
exciting.
we can
Wow,
do
I like
that.
how Tough is immediately, let's go to the Feywilds. Fuck yeah, you know he's into it.
They have some cool places. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh yeah, let's do that.
Where do you take him?
To the theater.
Oh god, that doesn't sound very tough. Like, let's see. Simmons know places in the Feywild. I don't know places in the Feywild. Some place where we can kick something's ass and then get a drink.
Hell yeah.
The
Sounds
Orgasming
like a great
Woods.
time.
Look at this lady if she has anything she needs done. We can go do that. It's not really like romantic date, but like it's hot.
Like, do it in front of her? What?
No, like if she wants us to go kill something, and then we can go kick its ass, and then we can get a drink at one of the Fey pubs, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Oh.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you guys are able to go, and Simmons, you go to the Feywild frequently, so you're able to find a couple of nice spots to show Tough around, and then you guys inevitably get attacked by some raving
Lorax.
like plant monster, and you kick the shit out of it, and then you go and meet up with a couple of like satyrs and get some real strong alcohol.
Yes. Oh, I like it. It's a double date with other Simmons.
Oh, yeah.
Do you take him along?
Other Simmons comes, and you actually find that his girlfriend is actually real. Miraculously. You never thought it was
Is it-
possible, but
What's it Cricket's ex?
it was not Cricket's
Okay.
X. Uh,
Cool. Really strong drinks sound good to me.
This tough do.
Tough shows off his dance moves, which is not a lot.
Fuck yeah!
Yes.
A lot of stomping.
have a performance check.
I'll bet
Hell
he kills it.
God.
Proficient in those, if I recall.
I have no way to help him. Oh, he's proficient. He's fine.
Yeah, it's Gladiator.
Hell yeah!
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah,
Yeah.
you river dance all over these fuckers.
Tear it up.
Hot.
But yeah, it's a good time. You just have some fun, have some laughs. Eventually, Simmons and other Simmons and his girlfriend go off and give you two some time to just hang out. And
We can leave it a little ambiguous if we want.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. One thing leads to another, and have a real good time.
They come back with 3 children in a house.
A house on legs.
Yeah.
There was some
They-
gambling and we won a lot.
yeah.
You
They
want
actually
children at
They,
a house.
they stole Baba Yaga's hut. And,
Oh no!
I kind of
Just-
like this.
She's been real pissed ever since. So Simmons has to avoid the Feywild for a couple months while Lyra gets it sorted out.
That's fine. She lost it. It's fair and square. It's her fault.
Piloting a house. Where'd you
Oh,
get the
now-
3 children? Were they in the house?
Yeah, there were just 3 kids that were hanging out, about to be stewed, and just we live with you now.
Oh, great. Oh man, now I can have a traveling brewery.
Hell yes.
Steal Baba Yaga's hut.
Fueled by child labor.
Yeah, but if I own them, if they're mine, then technically it's okay. I don't know. I don't know how kids work. They're there. D&D's fun.
What happened to Dandy?
But he's still my steed, so he's around.
Yeah.
Did he watch?
Oh my god, no.
Good.
Nobody cares about what happened to Boots.
What happened to Boots when this car disappeared? I
Oh,
just
Boots-
discovered he disappeared.
Boots died with Iskar and reincarnated with Iskar.
That's a ferret.
I'll take it.
Or a
It's-
tiny dragon. You
It's like
Iskar, drink
when,
more.
when Hal reincarnates with the Spirit of Fire, Iskar reincarnates with the baby Boots.
Calciferous.
It does make sense considering he's a class feature.
This baby was born with class features. That's really strong.
Maybe he's just sucked back into the shadowy void, never to be seen again.
He'll probably come back out at some point.
Yeah.
Travels in shadows until his car is strong enough to bring him back up.
Can other Simmons get a tiger lily steed? Because that'd be cool.
Absolutely.
Yes. And then they can date. Not Dandy. Dandy and the tiger lily,
Aw.
not Nimmons and the tiger lily, because that'd be weird.
Is Simmons okay with vegetarian diet?
I guess. Does fish count?
Maybe.
That's It's debated in some circles, but
It's literally tautological. It's not. It doesn't count. I mean, it does count because if you're a vegetarian who eats fish, you're called a pescatarian.
Yeah, Episcopalian.
Not Episcopalian.
It's definitely Episcopalian.
Pescatarian.
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 Isn't that a religion?
Episcopalian is a Protestant thing.
Oh.
They're into water sports.
Oh, that's why there's pissing.
I can't defend this without sounding good. Okay, never mind.
Can't defend this without sounding what?
Like a bigot.
I mostly just wouldn't dare defend the Episcopals. Because we
What's
obviously view them as a cult. Like all Protestant shards do to other Protestant shards.
But yeah. Over the next several years, we'll kind of come and go from each other's lives, but all stay in close contact with one another. Have some further adventures. But have a lingering comfort of knowing that you've done a lot of good for the world. You've changed a lot of lives. Rush Valley is bustling and prosperous again. The royal family is growing healthier. And yeah, you all have your own little lives and businesses that flourish, and the cult of Orcus and all of the undeath and terror that was wrought at their hands. While the damage lingers, the hurt and kind of fades over time, and things recover. Orcus will almost inevitably return at some point, but it won't be for a long time, and even then, be even longer still before any further damage can be done. I think that's about where we leave our story.
Hell yeah.
Do we ride off in the sunset on a train waving goodbye?
You do all get onto a train one last time. Cricket takes a lot of convincing, but you do. And the train travels off into the sunset for a mile before inevitably having some kind of a problem.
I told you!
That you are forced to deal with. But that will be another story for another time.
Hell yeah.
Freeze frames at like a giant sandworm coming out
Yeah.
on the side,
And a rock,
and a rock from the other side, and just a giant ape tearing up the railing in the front.
Cricket is sitting there at the platform, like slowly doing that cartoon thing where he lowers his foot towards the platform, and like a rock and a dragon poke their heads over. He pulls the foot back, and the head peeks
They
back
go.
behind the mountain. Back and forth, back and forth.
You know Monty Python thing where the guy is just running.
SpongeBob
just that-
with the stuff in the vending machine in the bus.
Yep. It's a good gag.
That was a good gag.
Anyway, it's C3 next. I'm so excited.
Me
So
too.
excited too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I love you guys.
I love you all too. And
Same.
I think I actually have a good backstory for Sheesh now from something that happened in
Hell
the
yeah.
epilogue.
Oh, sick. Oh, yeah.
What? What?
It's fucking awesome.
Wait, what?
I know where she's from now.
Where's he from?
Possibly, it might be connected somehow.
Yeah,
I'll have
I don't wanna
talk
spoil it.
over with I'll have to talk it over with Drake. It just seemed like a fun thing to
Absolutely.
tie the campaigns together because it's going to happen inevitably, right?
It's a great
It's
backstory.
disconnected though, isn't it?
And it continues the trend of causing problems for the next campaign, which is a very important part of D&D.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so we'll be spending a couple weeks getting ready for the next campaign. While I discuss future plans, so for those watching, if we're still streaming, keep an eye on the Discord. And thank you all for watching, and be kind to each other, and thank you for supporting us through this weird adventure and our kind of first 2 streamed campaigns simultaneously.
Hell yeah.
And we're very sorry.
We're so sorry.
Very sorry.
We're really
So
sorry for
sorry.
everything.
We
It's just,
can't steal that catchphrase, guys. Drawfee does that.
That's true.
Many
Oh, I didn't
apologies.
know that was a thing.
Yeah.
Many
We deserve
apologies.
it.
Is that a Drawfee thing? Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
I don't even know who Trophy is.
How
I'm an
Dareth.
old man. I don't know anything.
it's true. Well, you should know Drawfee because they're the people that do the art for Fantasy High and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Oh. Nifty.
Yeah,
Do good art.
they do. They have a wonderful channel, and I highly recommend people check it out.
Are we plugging Dropout TV?
Yeah.
Go subscribe to Dropout TV.
It's the least we can do after we stole their catchphrase, apparently.
Yeah.
Fuck Dropout TV. Drawfee has they're independent now.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they have,
One of them.
I mean, they
They're
still
on
work
YouTube.
together.
Do they?
Kinda. I think they do art for each other, or they stopped
Well,
that. I don't know.
although they do art for other shows and stuff, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a contract
Not-
basis instead of.
Yeah, not for college humor anymore. But yeah, guys.
But yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
that's our one non-sponsored plug of the campaign.
And
We've had
we've
several.
had a lot.
Yeah.
That's
It
also
just happens. Yeah.
Well,
Oops.
I gotta go get some Wendy's. They have a new... I don't know what they have anymore. It's been a long time.
Didn't you just eat?
No, I'm
Oh,
plugging
man.
Wendy's.
Oh.
Hearing about Wendy's delicious salty nuggets makes
Yeah.
me want to take a big sip of Diet Coke.
The new 6-piece salty nuggets.
Is that a Space Jam reference?
I'm imagining a chicken nugget, but then you know how there's like rock candy, just like that salt
But with
crusted.
the salt?
Yeah, just a salt crusted chicken nugget.
God. I'm imagining like a chicken nugget, like that's covered in like Cheeto dust, but the Cheeto dust is just salt.
Oh,
Salt
God.
crystals.
So much salt.
All right, we're ending on this. This is good.
My
Chicken
God.
nuggets, salt nuggets.
come
Bye.
to
Bye.
make sure to go
Okay,
to
I love you,
Fuddruckers
bye.
and try out their new salt sauce.
Have some salt. We're shilling salt now. Actually, we've been doing that the whole campaign with the pickup.
Yeah, Iskar's been shilling salt for a while.
Yeah.
Salt's great.
This-